Believing that you, through your actions alone, can decide the course of everything is anxious, catastrophic thinking, because we can't. Cognitive distortions are teaching us that we have more control than we do, that life, if lived a particular way, will eliminate uncertainty and risk. That's just not possible. Instead, we need to live with the reality that things are often outside of our control, that we do not actually get to decide whether or not we get heart disease, whether or not we get cancer, and importantly, whether or not we can control those outcomes for our children. When I'm talking to parents about anxiety, I see this catastrophic thinking often. When we're talking about their anxious child, they are often bringing catastrophic thinking to their conceptualization of what's happening for their child. So they might say things like, if my child does not learn how to manage their anxiety, I am afraid they will never be able to move out of the house. They will never be able to get a job. They will never be able to find a partner. That is catastrophic thinking. We don't know what will happen for our children. We may raise them perfectly well with all of the bells and whistles, everything that people say makes for a good parent, and we can still have a child who struggles. At the same time, there are lots of people who kind of phone it in as parents, and they still end up with great kids. We do not have as much control over the outcome for our children as we think we do. What we can do is create opportunity. We can grow ourselves as humans, and we can give our children access to choices, access to tools, access to resources and relationships. And then our kids get to decide. So when parents say, I'm afraid that if we don't deal with this anxiety, this will all happen, I go, I don't know. But I do know that dealing with the anxiety is a good thing because it's giving your child options. And doing this work will help you grow as a human too. So let's just deal with the anxiety. The other thing that comes up when we're talking about how we're going to help our child face their fears is, again, catastrophic thinking. So, for example, I'll say, hey, you really want your child to sleep alone at night. And so you are going to tell your child, I am not going to lay down with you until I do all this other work, and then I will come lay down with you for 5 minutes, or I will lay down with you for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'm going to get up and do my work, whatever. However, we've constructed that you are going to limit your time laying down with your child to help them sleep. Maybe that's the intervention we're doing, the separation anxiety that is common at bedtime for lots of kids, not just little ones, but big ones.